Ladies and gentlemen, we do need to talk a little bit more about comedy because something was pointed out to me by sieben64. 764, why is this? Now, he said that the left can't meme and comedy has to have some sort of an element of truth. And then I was thinking back over the examples I did. The light bulb, the psychiatrist changing the light bulb would be some truth could take part in it. Screwing in the light bulb, truth could take part in it. It's a change of the rule and it's true, right? The deception is easily understood. It's right in front of you. Deception in a joke is presented rather than hidden. So deception occurs right up to the punchline. You're deceiving someone, bam, you hear the truth. So that's why the left can't meme. And we've all noticed this. We all have seen leftist memes, or memes that are trying to attack Trump or trying to attack Republicans or something, and they just hit a wooden note. And it's because there's one side that is groupist, collectivist, and they're all echoing each other, and there's another side that is just a total mess. Okay? Now the ones that are echoing each other have all got a resonant message. They're all together on something. And they can't get outside of that message. Their heads are locked in it. Okay? This other side that's a mess has everybody else. Now the crazy people with the echo hall of mirrors head shit going on, that are all echoing each other and can't think for themselves, that group's like getting smaller and smaller. They're atrophying. They're kicking people out left and right. People are running. People are running for the doors as soon as no one's looking at them. They dart, right? So people are getting out of the Democratic Party. There are like stadiums filled with people having events leaving the Democratic Party. Democratic Party is a bunch of ninnies who all copy each other and have mirror images of each other and don't dare be different. Don't dare be an individual. Don't dare say anything different or think for yourself. On the right, we are a mess. We are a rumble-tumble mess on the right, if I'm on the right. And I'm on the right, and I'm an objectivist, so fuck you. Okay? I don't know who you think you are. Objectivists aren't on the left or the right. Yes, I'm not on the left. Now, I wouldn't say I was on the right 10 years ago. I refused to say it. I said, no, I just dispense with all that. But now I say I'm on the right inside of a big tent because objectivists fit in that tent right now. Like there are libertarians who want to go further than us politically. You know, we used to be the crazy dudes politically. We wanted to legalize drugs and do away with taxation. Now there are people who want to do away with law. Like a lot of them. Like a lot of knuckleheads are around here. So the right, whatever the right is, if it's the non-left, is huge. And it's going to fragment and it's going to have to break into smaller, more stable pieces. Why are we trying to talk about comedy here? What's going on? So that's why the left isn't able to meme. That's why they can't make jokes. And there's something you might not be aware of. The right has comedians, right? We have our favorite comedians. Who? C.K. Lewis? Nah, he's a leftist cuck, but he was sorta on the right. I mean, he's not welcome on the left anymore, right? The Me Too kicked him out. So guys like C.K. Lewis that can say stuff. Who's the Australian atheist? He's really good. Like lots of comedians are just, they hit stuff from the right. They might be leftists and they might hit stuff from the left, but they say so much stuff that's so wrong and so bad and so naughty that the only people who will listen to them are people on the right. So the people on the left won't go to their comedy shows, they won't let them go to their theaters, you know, I mean, so these people get pushed into the right. So the right is getting huge. It's huge. It's got a bunch of leftists in it. Got a ton of leftists in it right now. We've got Eric Weinstein hanging out with us. Oy. Who I like because he has a high IQ, but other than that, I'm really stressing to find anything to like about him. He likes freedom of speech, pays lip service to it, but then the next sentence he says, but we're in novel times. We have to do things differently now. Okay, what is this video on comedy? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a video where Mr. Cropper talks. Let's see, what are we trying to do? Get back to comedy here? I was just reading that, some comments on the video on comedy, and sieben64 said the left can't meme because it involves an element of truth. So that's why I haven't been thinking about this. This is a subject that's new to my mind, this Why the left can't meme is because comedy involves an element of revealing the truth. Not just a trick or a change, but a change that uncovers any deceptiveness that was there to begin with. Like, I'm deceiving you when I tell the light bulb jokes. I say, how many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? And then I switch to screw in, and you don't notice, right? Change the light bulb, screw in a light bulb, right? So I'm deceiving you, and you don't know until I say, well, I don't know how they get inside the light bulb to start screwing, but they're in there screwing, the two flies. So it's a change. It's deception right up until the punchline. There are ambiguous ones, but I guess the one where you say an odorless cologne wouldn't make any sense is just ambiguous. It's just ambiguous. It's just a fun thought or something. It's not funny. It doesn't make you laugh. So yeah, I think that's true. That truth is an important part of every joke. Like maybe not telling a larger truth in every joke, but the joke itself has to end by clarifying. The trick has to be like, no, here's what I meant, right? The trick is like, no, I changed meaning on the word with you, you know. Even the knock knock, who's there? To whom? See, that even is a truth because it's a truth of grammatical speech, something like that. Okay. That's fun. About half of this video was about comedy. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think you're right, sieben64, 764, if I may. Why not include truth as an element of comedy, as an element of the essential definition of comedy? We certainly have evidence that truth is an essential part of comedy, because the left can't meme. So that seems really, really resonant. I mean, you know, it's not something people knew 10 years ago, or maybe people did. Maybe the last generation knew that the left had no sense of humor. You know, come to think of it, of course they had no sense of humor. I mean, the Soviets had the joke czar, right? And I watched a show by a Russian guy who immigrated to America in the 80s, and he started a theater in Brandenburg, Missouri, if I remember right. But for all I know, it was in Oklahoma or something. But he started this theater of the American in from Russia or something like that. And his whole thing was just he'd get on stage and do his thing, and it'd fill up with tourists. And it was a touristy thing to go see the Russian who has a local theater, and he made a living from it. And one of the things he said was, in Russia, you can only make jokes about fruit and animals, because it's the only thing that doesn't offend people. Now go watch a leftist comedy show nowadays, a left-friendly comedy show, you know, where nobody's going to say anything offensive, where they don't got, who, like Kid Rock, or no, is that even a comedian? No, it's this black comedian who yells too much, and he likes Ricky Gervais, and he saw Ricky Gervais, and he's like, damn, he's dropping one-liners like with soft and getting the whole crowd. And he realized that you don't have to scream at the top of your lungs for every punchline. And when he saw Ricky Gervais, now I can't remember the goddamn guy's name. You've all seen him. You all know him. This black comedian. And this black comedian said he realized that he could talk quietly and make a joke drop that way. But they all deliver truth, don't they? What was I off on when I tried to remember what the black comedian's name was? See, I didn't write any notes down for this video. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I said, so true. And it's just an addendum to this little comedy video. I'm not doing a lot of heavy lifting in this comedy series. Alright, should I stop now? Let me see if I can think of anything else. This is just like an anarchist. When an anarchist tries to describe their beliefs, this is about as organized. It's approximately as organized as this video is. I'm just sort of bleh, my thoughts on the subject which is fun. It's fine. Alright, I think I've said everything I need to say. As soon as I turn off the camera, I'll have to make another damn video on it because I'll forget something. That's why you should always make a few notes and think it through a little bit before you try to make a video on something. Okay, I'm done. Ladies and gentlemen, comedy. It includes an element of revealing truth, I think. I think that's true, sieben64. How funny that that would be the case. Nah, I can't go there. That wasn't that funny. Yeah, comedy, surprise, trick, change the rule at the end, and reveal a truth. That's why the left can't meet. Okay, we're done.